I slept terribly last night, but today is gonna be a good day. I'm telling myself that. It is Monday morning. I just got back from the gym. I'm gonna hop in the shower. I need a full shower down. Gotta probably put away these clothes. So much to do today. Welcome to a new college day, week, something in my life. Last full week I have before spring break, and that just, I'm in need of a break so bad, y'all. Homemade everything bagel, the egg on the one side, the avocado, goat cheese crumbles, and a little bit of the extra toastings of the everything bagel that fell off the bagel with red pepper flakes. And a little thing of blueberries. Well, this video has taken a turn. I try every time, but I can't do sparkling water without a little bit of water enhancer, but it's still water, right? So I'm sitting here because I was gonna have this great college day in my life. And don't get me wrong, yesterday was great. It was Monday. But you know what? I am so burnt out. And I feel like this is the time of year where like every college student is burnt out, or maybe just any student in general. And maybe some of you who are watching my videos and you aren't college students and you feel the same way I do. Holy moly, can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Is that a weird thing to like talk about? I think it's not said enough that it is okay to feel like this. And I don't even mean burnt out creatively. It could be burnt out in your work. It could be burnt out in your social life, just everything. I am so tired. And I try not to complain very often because truly I love what I do and I love the school I go to and I love the friendships that I have, but there just comes a point where I'm like, I just am done. I'm just so done. Like I need a break so bad. So here I am having this Monday and all I could think about the whole day was, when can I get on a plane? When can I get out of Tuscaloosa? When can I just sit and read a book for fun? Because that is all I want to do right now. Like I keep thinking back to how amazing this summer was and how much fun winter break was. Like literally not a care in the world. And I mean, I know that is gonna come soon and college doesn't last forever, and I have been really trying to soak in these moments, but let's talk about being burnt out. I think the main thing is if you've ever been to Tuscaloosa, whether that's you go to school here or you've been on a campus tour here or you've seen it through my videos, it is a college town. There's not much to do. I mean, heck, I drive to Birmingham an hour away to go get my nails done. This past weekend was my 22nd birthday and plans fell through for what we were kind of do as like a birthday party and like a little picnic outside. And I was like, oh, what else do we do? There's nothing to do but go to a darty, like a day party. And that's not my vibe. I don't like that kind of stuff. So I was like, no, let's just stay in and just chill. Had a glass of Prosecco, stayed home because it was also freezing outside. So we were very limited on what to do. But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I'm burnt out of being in Tuscaloosa. It sounds very privileged to say, but I feel like a lot of people feel like that, whether or not they act on it. I'm really ready to get out of here. I'm actually currently looking into moving up my spring break flights if I can get out of a class, because I'm having that anxious feeling of just like not wanting to be here anymore and like totally shutting down. And for those of you who know me, I really try to not let that happen, but I'm the kind of person where like I would love to be somewhere new like every month, every other month. Like I would love to just go and stay somewhere new. I need that change of scenery. I don't know what it is, but I am just like freaking out. And I'm not burnt out of YouTube. I'm so excited to be making content. I've been on TikTok a lot today, also because I can't focus on anything else, but I think it's bleeding into my content. It's like I have nothing to do in Tuscaloosa. I don't feel inspired to like be at school here right now, and a lot of my content is school focused, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna create other content. And it's like, what do? All I do is school. Y'all, all I do is school. Like I can't even create any fun content for you, or at least in my head, unless you have ideas. A morning routine, that was a great switch up for me. If you haven't seen my morning routine, I'll link it, but a morning routine is a great thing for me because that's something new. It's something I don't do. It's not just like a college day in my life, which those are fun and I love filming those, but I'm like, every day is the same. I wake up, do my devotional, I go to the gym, I come back, I make breakfast, I do something, I go to class, I come back, I have meetings, and then I relax and go to bed. That is the everyday. Saying it makes me feel like I'm going crazy. Let's just sit here and have a real conversation about how senior year of college is going. Yeah, sure, there are social events and other things to keep me busy, but I've really decided recently I like having the casual drink or 2 drinks, like bougie cocktails sitting around. I really don't enjoy just like going to parties and drinking White Claws and getting like super drunk. And don't get me wrong, like yes, I've done that before, but you know what, I'm like, I don't like that. I've never liked that. I did it to fit in. I did it to feel cool and be fun because that's what everybody else does, but it's not me. It's not me. Guys, I go to bed at like 9:45. Like last night I was going to bed at 9:45. I feel like I'm stuck in a weird situation because I feel like I'm done. I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to be traveling. I'm ready to be doing other things, having a new life. I'm like, it's my last couple months of college. I'm never going to get this back. So I'm trying to just enjoy it while it lasts. Spring break is coming up week. That'll be a core college memory, I feel like. And then we're going to come back and it's probably going to fly from there on out. The next week I have my grad photos. I'm going on a trip to go see my semester at sea friends after that, and some other things that'll brighten up the month. But I think the past couple of weeks, and probably also because the weather has been miserable up until pretty much today, it's starting to get higher and higher. I think today was like 68 or 70 degrees. It's gonna be up to like 80 by the weekend. I think that'll boost my mood too, but I just feel really stuck in a point where I feel like I have all this creative energy and things I want to do and just so limited resources to do that in Tuscaloosa. And I'm trying to be grateful again for every moment. I don't want you to ever think I'm just like blah 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 like on here, but it's tough and it's hard when you constantly hear, you know, the best 4 years of your life and other things, and it has been the best years of my life, hands down 100%. But like once I start to think about what has led me to thinking that they're the best 4 years of my life, a lot of it comes down to the experiences I have had outside of the classroom and outside of Tuscaloosa. And do not get me wrong, there is no other school, no other place I would want to be than the University of Alabama. I would not have this platform if it weren't for going here. I really don't think so. The way it blew up, the timing, the everything, it all has to do with this. I love my sorority. I love my friends. The people I've met here are some of the most amazing people I've ever met in my entire life. But it just comes to a point of like, I don't want to be here. That's kind of hard to admit out loud, honestly, because it makes me sound like I don't like it here or that I'm ungrateful or anything like that. I just feel like I can't live up to my life right now. I don't know how else to put it other than there are so many things I want to do, and I know that in due time I will be able to do that. But in the meantime, hopefully I'm not the only one feeling this way. Hopefully I'm validating some people's feelings, whether even if it's not college, it's just a season of life that you're stuck in, or high school, drama, whatever it may be. But I want you to know that your feelings are valid. And it's okay, even if you are having fun, and there are definitely fun moments that come in between those swings of like not wanting to be here and wanting to be literally anywhere else but the state of Alabama. It's just how I feel. I can't even say it like less bluntly, because if I could hop on a plane to like Spain right now, I would. If I had no responsibilities here for this next week, that's where I would be. Somewhere. Don't get me wrong, I'm not tone deaf. I obviously know what's going on in Europe right now. But I'm just speaking out loud some feelings, and maybe why my videos might not be as well. Maybe you're still enjoying them, but in case it comes across that way in videos, which I can't imagine it's not, every day is the same. Every day is a little bit more mundane. And again, there are fun things. Like I'm going to a date party this week, which will be fun. Gonna go for a little bit. My date has to get up and go to the airport the next morning, so it'll be good to just go for a little. But other than that, it's the same as it was last week, and it's the same as it was the week before. Everything stays the same, where I feel like I haven't had a semester like this where I'm like, oh, every day's the same, every week's the same, every month's the same. But it's the beginning of March. In 2 months and 6 days, I'm not counting, but I will be graduating college. And I have no clue what I'm doing. Please don't ask me in the comments what I'm doing after I graduate. I have no clue. I mean, I know that I'm going on a graduation trip to go visit Hannah's wedding venue and do the tastings and all that kind of stuff in May, and I'm working on a trip with a brand for later in May as well. But other than that, no plans. You can hear the train of Tuscaloosa, like within a few mile radius from it. So on Wednesday, Madeline and I find out because somebody bought our unit. Obviously, we're still renting it. We're trying to see if they're gonna break our lease early. We're hoping. We're like, we don't need it for June and July. And if they are, where's all this going? Am I selling it? I have no clue. And if it's not, I'm boxing everything up and I'm gonna leave it here while I pay rent, and then I can figure out my life. So there's just, I guess, a lot of unknown, and I guess maybe it makes me a little bit anxious. I know in this grand scheme of things, this is a short amount of time and that my life is exciting, but in case it is displayed throughout my videos, I'm so sorry. I'm just not feeling it right now. I'm not feeling college. I'm not feeling Tuscaloosa. It's really hard to be in that mindset. It's just difficult. There's so many possibilities and there's so much life, and I just feel like there's so many other things I could be doing right now than like discussion posts and like client consulting. It actually is almost a little frustrating. I feel like my creative stuff that I thought I was going to be doing in my digital and social media concentration. I'm doing Google Analytics and Data Studio and consumer thinking more than anything having to do with social media. If anything, my professors are pretty much bashing what I do as my job. So that's really cool to hear too, especially as they're putting us out into a field that is being completely overtaken by influencer marketing and social media marketing and influencer marketing firms. It's a little frustrating. Maybe that also has to do with me being like, okay, I'm done. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to be out of here because, yeah, no, I feel like what I'm doing really applies to what I'm going to be graduating and doing. No, it's good life lessons and it's good things to know, obviously, in case this doesn't work out or things like that. And it's okay to feel burnt out. I think a lot of people glorify the hurry and the busyness. This is something actually we did talk about in a class this week, is it becomes a status symbol to feel like, oh, sorry, Ken, I'm busy. And they're like, oh, wow, she's so important. She's so busy. And that's not necessarily the case. That's actually horrible to be like, oh, in order to, have some sort of qualification that you have to be super busy all the time. That's not necessarily true. Some people are better at time managing than others or have a way to figure it out. And I think that that's a difficult thing too, is you're like, oh, I'm trying to keep myself busy, and you end up burning yourself out. So it's okay. It's okay to take a break. I'm really trying not to take a break from YouTube because I think this is the only thing I'm really hanging on to, is having that bit of creativity and something to do. It's just hard when I'm like, here's another day in my life of me doing the exact same thing, and you're like, she's boring. She's got nothing going on in her life. If you have anything that would make me not so boring, let me know. I haven't gotten complaints that they're boring, or at least not in my comments that I've seen. It's just how I feel when I'm editing and living, to be honest. I want to try and do something to shake up life soon. I haven't really thought of it, only because really this is my last weekend in Tuscaloosa, and then spring break for a whole week. I'm going home a little bit early because we are going on a cruise out of Florida, and so I'm gonna go home to Palm Beach for a couple of days on either end of the cruise and fly home before my friends fly down to the port with the cruise company. So that'll be nice to have some time with my parents and my dogs and the beach and the warm weather and be able to hang out there again. Trying to change my flight. We'll let you know. You'll see on Instagram. Not to plug Instagram right at the second, but you always can. Long story short, I'm okay. I hope that you're okay. I hope you're doing well. I wish this could be like more of a FaceTime call. I feel like something like that could be really cool, just to hear how everybody's doing and what's going on, because life's weird right now. Unless it's just my life, then I'm sorry about it. But the feelings and sometimes not being able to sleep because I've got so much on my mind, but then I'm like, I want to get out of here, and overall total craziness. So I'm sending you some peace. Hope that I'm sending you some validation if you feel like this, and for you to give your brain a break, give yourself a break, give your mind a break. Trust me, I know if I need one, then you definitely need one too. There will always be things in your life that are going to make you feel burnt out, and sometimes, if you can, it's safer to drop those. If I could drop school right now, I might. I'm too close to the finish line, but I might. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for listening to me. Again, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below, or send another commenter a nice word of encouragement. That would be really cute if we could start a little chain down there, because I'm sure everyone needs something right now. Love you all so much, and I will see you on Friday with a new video. Bye.